Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I have an intermediate class which is a Mandala Flow. If you've never tried a Mandala Flow before, then hopefully you have some fun with this sequence today. A Mandala class is something where you're doing either a half circle around the mat or a full circle. So we're going to be using all corners of the mat today, and we're not always going to be facing forward, sometimes we'll be facing behind. So I really hope you enjoy it. Let's begin. Starting off on our backs. Come on down. And we're going to start off in a reclined butterfly. So allow your knees to open, bring the soles of the feet together. Hands to the belly. And already start to engage your ujjayi breath. Nice, slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. Close your eyes and really tune into the body. Taking 2 more breaths just like this. And then hug your knees up towards your armpits, and we're going to find some circles with the knees. Take a grip and draw them out to the side, finding a stretch. Circle in the opposite direction. Bring your knees to center, lift your legs up towards the sky. Cross the legs into eagle. Open your arms out into a T and find a spinal twist, sending the knees to the left and your gaze to the right. Slowly drawing the knees back to center. Unwrap the legs and wrap the opposite leg on top. Drop your knees to the right, gaze to the left. slowly draw your knees back to center. Hug them back up, finding your way into happy baby. From your happy baby, take a grip of your big toe and start to straighten one leg. So take it nice and slow. Bend it and straighten the other. It's okay if you can't fully straighten at this time. Allow your muscles to warm up. And then draw your knees back together. Stretch your hands up and over your head and then rock so that you can draw your feet to touch your hands in your plow pose. From your plow, roll on your spine until you come into a boat pose. See if you can hold your boat. It's okay if it takes you a couple of times to get here. Warming up the core. Cross your ankles and we're going to step into our tabletop. Turn your fingertips to face your knees and find some gentle circles. And then rotate in the opposite direction, just stretching through the hands. Rotate this left hand so that the top of it is pressed into the ground. Stretching the top of the hand. And then swap over, taking the right, the top down to the mat. Come back into a neutral tabletop. Let's take 3 cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale to arch. Taking one more. Coming into your puppy pose. Roll forwards, and we're going to come down and straight into our locust pose. Lift the hands and the legs off the ground. Bringing it into your bow pose, grab the inner or outer edges of the feet. Slowly release, press yourself into plank. And then press your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, take a moment. And then find stillness, enjoying the breath here. Crossing the left ankle over the right, bringing the tops of the toes, press them into the ground, taking a side body stretch. Send your hips to the right. Keep your foot where it is and press forwards into a plank with your legs crossed and roll over onto your right wrist for a side plank. Lift this top leg up and step it back for wild thing. Come on back through into your side plank, back to plank, and press back to three-legged down dog. Maybe find a bounce of that top leg. Draw it back down, just warming up. Finding 3 more breaths here in your down dog, or you can take a child's pose. Crossing this right leg over the left, bring the toes down to the ground or the mat and send your hips to the left. Side body stretch. Keep your foot where it is. Press yourself forwards into plank and move over onto the left side plank. Move this top leg up towards the sky. Step back into your wild thing. Come on back through into your side plank. Plant your hand down to plank, keep your leg lifted. Press up and back, three-legged down dog. Maybe find a bounce with that leg. And then draw the foot down. Finding stillness, 3 deep breaths. Take a rest if you need. Lift your right leg to the sky. Draw it towards your chest into plank and step through into your runner's lunge. Find some movement, rocking forwards and back. Come on up into your high lunge. Open up warrior two. Give your wrists a little roll out from all the pressure you've just put on them. Maybe even the neck. Start to draw your back heel in into your goddess pose. Sink down low. Move over to the left. Sink down low and move to the right. Bending and straightening into the legs. Send this over to the right for side lunge, skandasana. Open up through the arms. Raise back up and send it over to the left. Open up through the arms. Send it back up into your goddess pose. And open up warrior two over towards the left leg this time. So you'll be facing the back of the mat. You can always take a neck roll here. Open it back up towards the sky for your high lunge. Plant your hands for your runner's lunge and find that rocking motion. Plant your palms firmly and keep your knee pointed towards your chest as you lift your foot off the ground. Send it up and back. Three-legged down dog and the left leg is lifted. Slowly draw the foot to the ground and find a vinyasa. Wave forwards to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Remember to rest whenever you need to. Open your right leg up to the sky. Open up through the knee. Point the knee towards the sky. Hug your belly button back. And then draw that knee towards your right elbow. And then step through back into your runner's lunge. Take it down into low lunge. Raise your arms to the sky. And then come up off the back knee and send it into your pyramid pose. Fold forwards. Start to walk your fingertips over towards this right side of the mat so that you're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Interlace your fingertips and allow them to fall up and over your head. Or you can just take a grip of the elbows and hang heavy. Bring your hands back down and start to move towards this left foot. And coming into your pyramid pose towards the left leg this time. You're now facing the top of the mat once again. Slowly lower that back knee down to the ground, coming into your low lunge. Raise your hands up towards the sky. Frame your front foot, come up off the back knee, and draw this left knee towards the left elbow. Hold it for a second. And then send it all the way back to three-legged down dog. Straight away open up through the knee, sending the knee to the sky. Square off your hips, extend the leg to the sky, and then plant it back down to meet your right leg. Roll forwards to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths in your down dog or a resting pose of your choice. Lift your right leg up towards the sky. Draw it towards your right elbow and come into your lizard pose. Draw the back knee down, taking a nice deep stretch. Start to straighten the front leg and then cross this ankle on top of the back knee. Sit back into your Gomukhasana cow face pose. Maybe even taking the arms, or do what you like with the arms. You can rest them or find that interlace behind your back. Plant your hands either side and start to twist towards this right leg, this right foot. Continue to twist until you come into a wide-legged forward fold once again. Hang heavy. You can interlace your fingertips and allow them to fall over your head. Inhale, half lift. And plant your hands. Step this left foot to the outside edge of the left hand and step the right leg behind you into your lizard pose with the left foot forward this time. Breathe into it. Start to straighten the front leg just a little and then cross this ankle over the right knee, coming into your gomukhasana, cow face pose. This time the left leg is on top. Find the arms of your choice. Sit up nice and tall. Release the arms, face this left foot and start to twist until you come into your wide-legged forward fold once again. This time take a grip of the big toes and fold a little deeper. Plant your hands and heel toe your feet a little closer so you come into your yogi squat. Send your bum down to the ground. Press your knees open with your elbows. From here, we're going to make our way into crow pose if it's in your practice. If not, take a vinyasa from here. We're going to lean forwards, bring the knees as close up towards the armpits and lift up. Hold your crow just for a second, and if you can, jump to chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. From your down dog, draw your knees to the ground and open your feet out. Sit back into your hero pose. You can stay sitting up tall and just breathe into the stretch. Or you can always lie back down and make it a reclining hero pose. Whatever feels better on your body. If you're reclining, you can take your hands to your belly or to your heart. Taking a moment to wind down, especially if you did that crow jump back. If you're in a reclined hero pose, then take one more breath here before you slowly move back into a seat. Take your time. Press first into your elbows to lift. Press yourself up. We're all going to come forward onto the knees and make our way into a comfortable seated position. Sit up tall through the spine. Extend your arms out to the side and draw the fingertips down to the ground. Drop your head to one side and find some neck rolls from shoulder to shoulder. Taking one more roll. Draw your head up to center. Bring your hands together, interlace them, and press one hand in one direction, the other in the other. And then swap, giving the hands a little stretch. Give the hands a shake out. You can keep your eyes closed while you do this. And then bring the tops of the hands to the knees, sit up nice and tall, and let's take a moment for complete silence together. Just a moment to tune in and allow our practice to sink in. Bring your breath back to a natural rhythm. And draw your attention to the sensations of your body and to the sound of your breath. You can stay here and meditate for as long as you like, or you can end your practice with me by drawing your palms towards your chest in prayer. Rub them together, create a warm friction between your palms. And then slowly place your palms over your eyelids. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale a sigh out of your mouth. Keep going. Two more. Last one. Slowly move your hands away. You can open your eyes when you're ready. Nice and slowly. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this mandala flow that moved us around the mat. You may have noticed how you faced that way, then you were in that way. I hope you enjoyed that sequence. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of it, if you've ever tried a mandala type of sequence before, or maybe you didn't even know it was called that. It doesn't really have to have a name, to be fair. It's just a wonderful flow. Until our next practice, sending you all lots of love and light. See you soon.